So I was back at the rack stores again yesterday, and much to my surprise, a lot of the stores were empty. But I did find two things. Want to find out what they were? Stay tuned. So I ended up in Jacksonville, Florida yesterday. Just wanted to get out the house for a little while, enjoy a day off, and hit the rack stores. So the first one I stopped to is one of my personal favorite stores, and that's the one in Fernandina Beach. They have a Kohl's, TJ Maxx in the middle, Ross on the end. I didn't go to Ross because the last time I was in Ross, their fragrance selection was bombed out and depleted. They had absolutely nothing I was interested in, and it was only like 3, 4, maybe 5 bottles on the shelf. So I didn't even go in there this time. I didn't go to Kohl's, but I did go to TJ Maxx. Went in the men's section, and lo and behold, finally one of my stores has fragrances. The rack was loaded with stuff, and much to my dismay, they didn't have anything I was interested in at all. They had some different Michael Kors fragrances, in which I'm not a huge Michael Kors fan. I did have one Michael Kors. I think it was Michael Kors Extreme or something like that. And that, it just didn't perform well off of me. It didn't wow me or anything. So I passed on the Michael Kors stuff. They had some other fragrances, but some of that stuff I've already had or have. So before I was leaving, something was like, check the women's section. So I did pick up 4 bottles of shower gel, the Axe shower gel. And as I was walking towards the women's section, one of them was kind of leaking on my foot. So I got a paper towel from the lady at the case where the watches and stuff are, which is right next to the women's fragrance section. And as I cleaned off everything, I walked over to the women's section. And I didn't see anything interesting, except I saw a box on the shelf that was turned sideways like this. And I said, that looks familiar. I think I have that fragrance. So I walk over, and lo and behold, it was Robert Graham's Valor. And if y'all haven't seen the video I did on this fragrance, or the first impression I did on this fragrance, then you already know I already have it. Well, why did you buy another one? Because I like the fragrance, and at the price I got this for, you can't beat it. You get a nice bottle presentation, and it does click into place. You have to kind of turn it a certain way to get it to go all the way on, but it does hold. Oh, I didn't have it snapped in all the way. If I can find it. There it is. You just heard it snap into place. It does hold. Has a nice atomizer on it. The smell is immaculate. I love it. It may not be to everybody's liking because it is a little on the sweet side. But for the most part, yeah, I picked up another one. And I got this one for $20. So now I have a backup bottle, which works. And you never know, one day I might decide I want to sell this one to somebody. So who knows? And the other one is not really a big deal. To some, even Robert Graham's Valor may not be a big deal, but I picked up one that I had this fragrance one time before. The exact same bottle size and everything. I think this is the 30 ml bottle, and it is Azzaro Pour Homme. And if anybody has ever smelled this before or has had this before, then you know it's one of those barbershop type fragrances. I like this a lot. Now, why I didn't keep the one I had before, I think it was in a box that I gave somebody a long time ago, or I sold it. I don't know what happened to it, but I saw this on the shelf and it was like $7. And I jumped on it. And it's just a nice barbershop type fragrance. I don't know what else to tell you about it. If you like barbershop type fragrances, it is time for me to shave my head again, trim my beard up. fragrances like this is what I use after I shave up, clean up a little bit, just to give the effect that I've been to the barbershop, because I shave my own head, I trim my own beard. I don't need the barbershop for that. So that's all I picked up, y'all. It's nothing spectacular, just these two fragrances. For me, it was a very nice find, especially finding this one again. The other stores I went to, it was like 3 or 4 other TJ Maxx's deeper in Jacksonville. I went to like 2 Marshalls. I didn't find anything. I mean, it's just dry out there. It's sad, man. I mean, I have been ordering some things online, samples, and I have some other stuff coming, hopefully next week. But I have some other things that's coming, some pretty exciting niche fragrances coming in. Not full bottle presentations, but just decants and samples that I want to get into. A lot of that stuff I'm still probably not going to buy because the prices are still up there. But, you know, nothing wrong with getting samples and decants and ordering from some of these websites. Nothing wrong with that. Some of those decants will actually last a while. If you only use them once or twice, you still have enough. Even the ones that come in bottles like this, if you don't have to keep reapplying, these will last you for a while. So, you know, with that being said, y'all, one thing I did want to say, I had to remake this video because I said I had something to let y'all know about that happened to me in Jacksonville yesterday. And I forgot to do it in the last video, so I had to redo this one. As I was leaving the last, I think it was TJ Maxx, and I was coming to a red light, and I was going to make this right-hand turn, and it was a vehicle coming. And as I pulled up a little bit, I stopped, and the vehicle went by, and there was a guy behind me, and I don't know what he was thinking about, but he ran into the back of my car. And it kind of threw me for a loop because that was just unexpected. All accidents are really unexpected, but I wasn't pissed. I wasn't, upset or nothing like that. But this guy was scared out of his mind. So I pulled into the gas station that was right next door on the corner. I pulled into the gas station. He pulled in behind me, and I got out, and he was still in his vehicle. And I'm assuming it was just because of the size. I'm 6'4". I'm almost 300 pounds, and I guess this dude, he was just scared out of his wits, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, man, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. I'm getting off from work, and I'm just trying to get home." And I'm like, "Dude, just relax, man. It's not that serious." I got out, I looked at the back of my car, and it only had it wasn't really bad. It was like a bunch of little scratches. One long scratch, and it was like another like a medium length scratch, and a bunch of little ones. You probably wouldn't even notice it unless you're like right up on my car. So no dents, no lights came on. My car was running fine. He didn't like slam into me, but it was almost like he got ready to hit the gas and he realized, oh shit, he's still sitting there, and he stopped and he just bumped the back of my car. It barely even made me jump or jerk or anything, but he was trying to give me his information, and I just overlooked it. I didn't take it. I didn't care, man. I'm not hurt. You're not hurt. Your vehicle isn't damaged. Mine isn't, bad enough for me to even want to go to the what are they gonna do? Like replace the bumper? It's a plastic bumper. Who cares? But not everybody who sees this video and hears what I have to say is gonna think like that. I'm beyond pettiness. I'm not injured or anything like that, so it wasn't no need to do all that extra stuff. Yes, I have full coverage insurance because this is a brand new car that I have. My license isn't suspended, and I know it's gonna be people, the haters, that's gonna say, "Oh, well, he probably didn't have no insurance. He probably didn't have no license." I got all that. All of that's in order. I'm just not petty like that. So it is what it is, y'all. But hey, anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Hope this video gave you a little bit of insight on these two fragrances. I didn't say much about them, but both of these are very nice fragrances. So here is two smelling great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.